Good afternoon. My name is Arvind, and I am working as an assistant professor in Akgec Engineering College in CSC department. Uh, Here I am teaching about what is the basics concept of cybersecurity, and today and the topic of today is uh, what is digital forensics and how it is important and mm, how it will done. Okay, so uh, this is the third uh, slide of my in this subject. This is my third lecture in the subject, that is cybersecurity BCC 301. So what is digital forensic? What exactly is this? So in digital forensic, what we will do, we basically we will do, it is the process of that is collecting and after that analyzing and preserving digital information from you can say that the computer, your phones, your smartphones, and other digital storage devices, uh, with the aim to investigate or gathering the evidence that is related to the that incident. Okay, and the information obtained from the digital forensics can be used in legal proceedings, and it can help to establish the facts of case, identifying suspects who who is the attacker, and proof or disprove allegations on the behalf of this digital evidence. Suppose any attacker have attacked on your devices and he stolen your important and sensitive data, so you for after that you have to report that in this such incident. Okay, so the investigation team will investigate your system, and it will identify that which type of attacker mm, done in your system, and what is the process, and uh, uh, which evidence and which data he has stolen from your system. So all investigation team will investigate, and he can penetrate your system. Okay, through which he can gather some information on that. On that information he will create a report. This will report is helpful for the victim. On that digital evidence he can present on the code. Okay, and then after that that code will uh, decide that it is actually happen or not, and it is admissible or not. Okay, so all these process done by the forensic investigation team. Okay, it will collect firstly he will collecting your data, after that analyzing and preserving the that information. And so cyber crimes and their investigation, in this process, we know we have discussed earlier in the previous lecture that what is the cyber crime. Is the illegal activity committed using digital technologies, like that you can say that computer and the internet. It include things like hacking, identity theft, and online harassment, we have discussed earlier. So cybercrime investigation involves meticulous collection of clues and analysis, reconstruction of the incident, and presentation of the evidence in the court, so that it can be admissible if the evidence is correct, and analysis of data and collecting gathering of the information is correct. So your case should be two types basically, that is, one is volatile and second one is non volatile. What is the basic rules of investigation? There are 5 rules for the proper collection of digital evidence. What is that? It is first is understandable, admissible, authentic, reliable and complete. First is understandable. What is that? Evidence must be clear and understandable to the judges. Okay. If it is not clear, so how judges will identify that such incident have happened or not? Okay, so in admissible, evidence must be related to the fact being proved. You are presenting that evidence, and uh, you have presented that evidence. On that evidence, you have written that this type of attack is happened. So it must be related to the fact. ओके, ये नहीं कि अब पेपर में जो एविडेंस में जो अटैक हैपन हुआ है वो दैट इज डिफरेंट, जो हैपन हुआ है एक्चुअल सिस्टम पे वो अटैक कुछ और शो कर रहा है. सो इट मस्ट बी एडमिसिबल, इट मस्ट बी रिलेटेड टू द एविडेंस. सो नेक्स्ट इज ऑथेंटिक. Evidence must be real and appropriately related to the incidents. Okay, that is similar. Okay, and fourth one is reliable. Evidence must be real and appropriately related to the incident. It must be reliable, authentic, and admissible and understandable. Okay, and last is complete. The evidence must be proof that attackers' actions are in since since copyright. If the evidence is not complete, how can you say that मतलब ये happen हुआ था और ये attack happen हुआ था और ये this sensitive data has been stolen? Okay, so it must be complete also. So these are the some basic rules: understandable, admissible, authentic, reliable, and it must be complete. Okay, next is what are the responsibility of forensic investigation team. Identify their responsibilities are identifying relevant digital evidence and collecting it in a forensically sound manner, analyzing the collected data using specialized tools and techniques. They must have to use some basic tools, some tools for digital for investigation, and some techniques. Okay, documenting the analysis process and findings to ensure accuracy and their transparency, and presenting the findings to legal authorities in a clear and concise manner. It must be complete, and it must be authentic, and it must be reliable. So, and it must be related to that actual place and actual incidents. It must be similar. Your evidence and that सिस्टम, दोनों टाइप के अटैक सिमिलर होने चाहिए. And providing providing the expert testimony in court when required, whenever it required, and whenever the court want to see your evidence, so it must be available when it require. These are the some basics of digital evidence, digital forensics, and these some are basic rules and what is the responsibilities of forensic investigation team. And next is what is the chain of custody process. So in order to preserve digital evidence, the chain of custody should span from the first steps of data collection. These are the some basics uh, steps. In first step, we investigator examine, then analyzing, then it will present the report and the time of presentation to the code. Uh, so these are first is data collection, examination, analysis, and remoting. In data collection, what in which firstly collect the data जिस भी सिस्टम पे हैपन हुआ है वो टाइप ऑफ अटैक, सो कौन कौन से सेंसिटिव इंफॉर्मेशन स्टोलन हुए हैं, सो एंड सो डेटा को कलेक्ट करना हुआ सबसे पहला फर्स्ट स्टेप. देन नेक्स्ट इज एग्जामिनेशन. एग्जामिनेशन कौन से टूल यूज़ हुए हैं एंड कौन सी टेक्निक यूज़ हुई है. देन एनालिसिस, एनालाइज दैट किस टाइप का जो फ्रॉड हुआ हैपन हुआ है, ठीक. एंड कौन सी नेटवर्क यूज़ की है, कौन से बैकडोर एंट्रीज ओपन थी, कौन सी क्लोज थी, कौन से पोर्ट ओपन थे. Then after that, finally it will present the report, that is the evidence, final conclusion. That report it will present on the court. On that report, court will decide that it is admissible or not. Next is network forensic. What is network forensic? Basically, network forensic is a subcategory of digital forensics that essentially deals with the examination of the network and its traffic going across a network that is suspected to be involved in malicious activity. As we know that the internet grew, as the internet grew, cybercrime also grew. So along with it, and so did the significance of network forensics. Okay. So with the help of network forensics, the entire data can be retrieved. It includes जैसे कि message, file transformation, emails, and web browsing history also. And you can expose the original transactions. What is the process of network forensics? First is identification, safeguarding, accumulation, observation, investigation, and documentation. First is identification. In this process, investigator identifies and evaluates the incident based on the network pointers. Safeguarding. The investigator preserve and secure the data so that the tampering can be prevented. Accumulation. In this step, the detailed report of the crime scene is documented and all the collected digital shreds of evidence are duplicated. Observation. Observation. In this process, all the visible data is tracked along with the metadata. जितने भी डेटा उस रिलेटेड है, सारे के सारे डेटा हमारे क्या होंगे, ट्रैक्ड होंगे. इन्वेस्टिगेशन. In this process, a final conclusion is drawn from the collected shreds of evidence, and after the finally documentation, all the shreds of evidence, reports, conclusion, and are documented and presented in court so that it can be admissible in the court. Okay, so these are the some basics process that is involved in network forensics. एक्यूमुलेशन हम लोग क्यों करते हैं, क्योंकि हमें अगर हम डुप्लीकेसी नहीं बनाएंगे तो ओरिजिनल डेटा पर अगर हम करते हैं कोई भी इन्वेस्टिगेशन, तो ओरिजिनल डेटा अगर सम हाउ डिस्ट्रॉय हो जाए या डिलीट हो जाए तो डेटा फिर से उसको रिट्रीव करना, it may be impossible in some cases, and in some cases it may be possible. So we have to create a duplicate data, and on that duplicate we have to investigate, and we have to penetrate, we have to uh, do some other task. अगर डिस्ट्रॉय और मैं डिलीट भी होता है तो हम उसको रिकवर कर सकते हैं इजीली. Forensic analysis of email. In email forensic involves systematic examination and analysis of email data to gather evidence for investigative or legal purposes. It plays a crucial role in cybercrime investigations, corporate incidents, and legal proceedings. And how we collect the email evidence: metadata extraction, email headers and attachments, and content. Metadata extraction: collect metadata including sender and recipient details, timestamps, and email server information. In email headers, examine email headers for routing information and details. Extract and analyze email attachments and content for potential evidence. In original email, preservation and chain of custody are involved. And email analysis techniques: first is keyword search. We have to do keyword search, in which conduct keyword searches to identify relevant information within email content. Link analysis: analyze relationship between email senders, recipients, and other entities to uncover patterns or connections. Timeline reconstruction: reconstruct timelines of email exchanges to understand the sequence of events. In the content analysis, analyze the content of emails for contextual clues, threats, or indications of malicious activity. Fourth one is authentication and verification. In this, email source will be verified, and sender authentication. Email source verification: we have to verify the authenticity of email by the examination of source, signatures, and their sender information. And sender authentication will validate the identity of the sender through the forensic analysis. And the investigation of email attachment will find out the malware analysis, file metadata examination. In malware analysis, conduct the analysis on email attachment to identify and characterize potential malware. And file metadata examination, in which examine metadata of attached files for additional insights into their origin and history. Next is email header examination, in which IP first identify the IP address analysis and email routing analysis. IP address analysis: analyze IP address in email headers to trace the geographic location and identify the potential malicious activity. And email routing analysis, that will examine the email routing paths, किस path से जो हमारा email आया हुआ है, to understand the journey of the email through the different servers. Employ forensic techniques to recover deleted emails, including examine email servers, logs, and backup systems. It will be, these are the steps involved in the recovering deleted email. Last is reporting, in which we have to generate the report and document. You can say the document the findings of the email forensics analysis, including key evidence क्या है, methodologies क्या क्या यूज की गई है. फाइनली हम लोग डाउन करते हैं कंक्लूजन. ओके, these are the some basics of forensic in how we digital evidence collect करते हैं. हमें forensic analysis करते हैं email का. तो next is digital evidence life cycle. What is that? The digital forensic life cycle consists of a series of systematic steps and processes aimed at identifying, collecting, analyzing, and preserving digital evidence in a forensically sound manner. The life cycle is followed in the investigation of cyber crimes and incidents or any digital related legal matters. Okay, these are the some life cycle of digital evidence. First step, we identify the evidence. After that, we collect the data. Then we have to analyze the data. कौन कौन से अटैक परफॉर्म हुए थे, कौन से पोर्ट यूज हुआ था, कौन से सर्वर यूज हुए थे, कौन सा नेटवर्क यूज होता है. वी हैव टू आफ्टर दैट वी हैव टू create a document and we have to do final conclusion. That conclusion we have to present the code. And these are the some basic steps that is we have to do for solving the computer forensics case. Prepare for the forensic examination, talk to key people about the uh, case and what you are looking for. Start assembling tools to collect data and identify the target media. Target media, use a right blocking tool while performing imaging of the disk. We have to check emails records too while collecting evidence. Examine the collected evidence on the image that is created. Analyze the evidence, and then we have to report. Some are the basic challenges in computer forensics. What are these are? First is data encryption, data destruction, and data storage. Data in data encryption, encryption can make it difficult to access the data on a device or network, make it harder for forensic investigators to collect evidence. This can require specialized decryption tools and techniques. What is data destruction? Sometimes criminals may attempt to destroy digital evidence by wiping or destroying devices. This can require sometimes in present scenario in some mobile phones some features are like wiping. जैसे सारे डेटा हम डेटा को हम डिलीट कर सकते हैं, फ़ोन हमारा स्टोल भी हो जाता है, तो वाइप करने का एक फीचर्स इनेबल है जिसके थ्रू आप किसी और दूसरे सिस्टम पे आप लॉगिन करके आप सिस्टम को वाइप आउट कर सकते हो, सारे डेटा को डिलीट कर सकते हो. अगर सो इट कैन बी दैट इज़ वाई इट कैन बी वेरी टफ टू रिकवर such that data. Data storage, this sheer amount of data that can be stored on modern digital devices can make it difficult for forensic investigator to locate relevant information, because in present time the system, the mobile phone storage is too large. You can store the large amount of data, and so if this is such type of incidents is happen in your system, so the forensic the forensic investigation will very will create very difficult for investigator team because the data is so large. So these are the some basics challenges in computer forensics, that is data encryption, data destruction, and data storage. So thank you for today's lecture. We will discuss later some basics topics of cyber security.